disclaimer.
None of these things actually represent our personal beliefs.
They're just meant to be a joke.
And a lot of them are really bad.
So
but
deal with it.
Breaking news! New technology has just been found. Now we can travel back in time. On our special newscast of today, we will go and figure out the lives of some of the greatest people of our age.
Starting in the 16th century, the time of the Renaissance, we take a look at our Renaissance man, Leonardo da Vinci. He did arts, he did science, he did everything. Next up, Michelangelo. He was an artist, he was an architect. I mean, he painted the Sistine Chapel. If that's not amazing, what is?
I can feel the sculpture coming out of this rock. Please, God, help bring the sculpture out of this rock.
Next up, an entire family, the Medici family. They had their own faith, they patronized art. I mean,
Yoo-hoo, the house of Medici. I have some extra money to burn. Who has some more?
change in politics. We have Elizabeth I, who was much more moderate than her father and siblings. She ruled out a king. She crushed that Spanish Armada. Talk about girl power.
Hello, my cousins. Hello. Hello, my cousins. Hello. Oh, Pepe. Oh, I have a royal message. Oh, the King of Spain? I shall stay a virgin. They're always after me throne.
Alright, up next we have the 17th century. Let's start off with John Locke. Have you heard this? Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. These Americans and their Constitution stole all my ideas. Next up we have Rembrandt, one of the leaders of the Dutch Golden Age. He was a painter, an etcher, and...
Gold chairs are for winners.
Cardinal Richelieu, controlling much of the economics in France, started around... We must suppress the Austro-Spanish-Hungarian dynasty. Europe will be for France during the 30 Years' War. The 14th, the Sun King. Well, talk about a new revolution in politics. For once, the monarch was finally at the very top, while he made sure that everybody else was below him, and he had sole power.
Yoo-hoo! Hello, nobles of Versailles! It's me, Louis XIV. Oh, you know how much we love to dance here at Versailles. Yes. Oops. Oh, so distracted while I walk.
Now let's dig into the 18th century. Ever hear of gravity, the laws of motion, or even math? We can thank Isaac Newton for those things.
What the heck? Gravity.
What about Jacques-Louis David? He was a preeminent painter of his era. He put the classical back in neoclassical, and his huge support of the French Revolution inspired his art.
Peinte-moi, je suis Napoleon Bonaparte.
That's right. I painted that. Next up, David Hume. Not only was he an imperialist, he totally contradicted John Locke. He believed private property should not be private because he thought it was impractical to finances and the government.
Private property is not a natural right. Remember that. So screw you, Locke.
Joseph II, such a radical dude, also an enlightened absolutist. He tried to emancipate slaves and other things. Unfortunately, it was all...
I already have my tombstone all planned out. Joseph II, the king who failed in everything he undertook.
Ugh! That's what I get for buying it used!
Up next, 19th century. Let's start off with Sigmund Freud. Id, ego, superego. Come on, you must approve.
There. You need to calm down and tell me what's wrong.
I'm gonna kill her!
We should not let our id do all the talking.
But she stole my mayonnaise. Jean Delacroix, artist. Well, not just an artist, but a nationalist. One of the things that makes his art so great is his fact that it embraced French nationalism of the time. I am Delacroix, and I am painting for my country of France. This is where I get my inspiration. Allons, enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Marxism. Well, Karl Marx, why is he important? Well, obviously, he created the idea about the lower classes overturning the upper classes.
The proletariat will overrun the upper classes.
Dead. We all know Napoleon, right? Napoleon Bonaparte or Napoleon Bonaparte. Either way you want to look at it. But we know that he did something pretty amazing. He united all of France after the French Revolution and, well, practically most of Europe, really. So, let's put the image on the screen now. France needs me more than I need France. I shall now crown myself the Emperor of France. Too bad my mother's not here to see it, ma mère. Je suis Napoleon Bonaparte parce que I'm Bonaparte.
Finally, the 20th century. Who doesn't know Albert Einstein? Physics, chemistry, mathematics, nuclear technology equals MC squared. Hey, Albert, smile. Albert.
Method.
Albert, smile. Come on, Albert,
Busy.
smile. Come on, Albert, smile.
Wafting
Smile.
method.
Smile. Smile. Next up, Picasso, yo. He started modern art with his cubism, yo.
Oh! Arte maravilloso y precioso.
So, Margaret Thatcher, she brought Britain back into the game. She tried to help the economy by lowering inflation.
To heal Britain, the sick man of Europe. It's time to cut down on inflation.
Next up, Hitler. What can we say about Hitler? Although many people obviously didn't see him as a good person, he totally influenced politics forever.
Mein Kampf!
Hi, welcome to The Interview. I'm your host, Sarah. This week we have a very special guest. He has just won the Person of the Age Award. Let's all give a warm welcome to...
Everyone knows me, yeah! The KAISER, yeah! Okay.
No, actually the award goes to...
Kaiser Wilhelm II. The first was a gas, but like the Godfather, the sequel kicks.
No! You didn't win the award.
What?
You didn't win.
Are you trying to tell me that my amazing rap career didn't just like take off right now? That was pretty amazing. You have to admit.
No, the award doesn't go to you.
I think I'm going for a lie down now.
Can we take a short break?
Oh.
And we're back. Please welcome the real winner of the Person of the Age Award, Adolf Hitler. Welcome, Adolf. So,
What did you say?
what?
It's Hitler to you.
Oh. Sorry, Hitler. So, I heard that you dabbled in some art.
Yes, well, when I was much younger, before I really got interested into, all this politics and, all the military strategies, I used to be an artist. I actually did some pretty amazing works, if I do say so myself, but it was pretty good. So, as a young Vienna artist, I kind of moved out, different places, and started painting landscapes.
Mm-hmm. And you even wrote a book, too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Mein Kampf. You see, my book pretty much, it's translated to my struggles, so it pretty much says all about, how I got to the position where I've pretty much gotten to today. So, pretty much the big thing about it is how I started off kind of as an artist with not much, and kind of was able to crawl up the social ladder and, end up pretty much almost ruling the world.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like that book was quite influential. You seem like quite the influential speaker.
Yes, that I must say is very true. You see, I don't know what it is, but I kind of have this gift in my voice. Do you not agree that it's beautiful? You hear that, right? It sounds like a kitty meow. You say it's influential, right? I mean, don't you think it, right? I want enthusiasm from you.
Of course.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's pretty influential. So I've been able to rally up so many different people, make rallies, and get people so excited about the things I have to say. So, yes, as far as an influential speaker, very much so. I mean, I can pretty much get the entirety of Germany behind me.
Yeah, and because of this influence, you came this close to conquering the world.
Yes, very true. I think the only small details on that, mistakes. I guess mistakes I have to admit. Declaring war on the United States. Sorry, I mean, I know we're allies with Japan, but it probably cost us the war. Also, invading Russia. Should have seen that coming. Napoleon did it. And, I don't know, I feel like Italy always brought us down, but what can you do?
All right, well, thank you for joining us today.
Well, as you just saw in our interview, he was a great artist. He went from, point A to, woo, and moved up a lot. And third, he was a very influential speaker. And fourth, close to world domination. Well, now, a little bit more serious. The reason why we chose him is because he forever changed politics. I mean, if we're going to tell the truth, even though he was not a good person, he did a lot to advance politics in the way that, a military leader would lead people. I mean, he almost ruled the world. And number 6, this is probably one of the most serious. He forever changed our lives and the ways that we're going to see people. If we ought to be honest about it, I mean, the way that we treat people, the way that we see people, it's all going to be different because of everything that happened.
How do you do this? Are we taking the picture? Oh, these selfies are so complicated. The king and the queen.
The house of, oh god, ow, my leg's cramping.
Go!
Margaret Thatcher, duh, she brought an end to the potato famine.
Sarah?
What?
No, just no.
She didn't?
Just stop. Just stop it. Okay, yeah, we're done.